Good morning, good morning, good morning to all of you who are right now viewing this live stream. Live stream. I want to give thanks to God, the head of my life, thanking Him for allowing me to wake up and see a day I never seen before, thanking Him for His goodness, His mercy, His favor, His grace, and His goodness. Because without God, I couldn't be up this morning. I wouldn't be up this morning, but as I was getting myself together to start my day, I just wanted to just share this with you this morning, something I came across. It was one of the first things that hit me this morning when I turned on my television to watch what's going on in the now. And of course, we know that it's trending, and a lot of people are waking up from what we just experienced for the last 4 years through this right now the Democrats, the Antichrist. I don't even call them the Democrats. I call them the Antichrist. And the reason I said the Antichrist been leading our nation is because of what I experienced throughout this years, over the years since Biden's been in office, and since he's been running the nation, running this country, the lead of this country, the head of this country, of the United States of the Americas, and we are the United States of the America. It shouldn't be Democrat, Republican, conservative, or liberal, whatever. We are the United States of America, meaning that we are the American people in all 52 or whatever states there is, that we are united. And of course, everybody got their views about policies and things that go on in America that we're looking at, and not just in certain demographic areas, but we're looking at it in a whole of our American people from all different diversity. Because there is diversity. Come on, let's be real. There's the diversity in everyone. But I'm just saying, this speech that Amber Rose gave, and she's been out the spotlight for a very long time. Haven't heard from Amber Rose and seen Amber Rose since her breakup with the one of the most known rappers, or you want to say hip hop artists, whatever, which is Kanye. So now her life has moved on, and she's involved in other things in her life. And plus, now that she's going to talk about it in her speech, where what she is and what she has become. And a lot of people are still looking at her past, and I look at it as well, but I also don't look at it in the way a lot of people see it in their lens. I see Amber Rose now evolving, and she's now in her life as a parent, as a mom, and she's looking for the best interest for the future for her children, and how we are going to live in the family life, in that lifestyle as a family, as a people for families and everything. Like, she's going to talk about her story. She's going to give some inserts of her life in her story and why she's doing this as a liberal, because she's talking about the media. And as you can see, I have Donald Trump's name, of course, hashtag, and I also have Amber Rose's name, hashtag, and I also have R. Kelly's name, hashtag, because of what the media has done to destroy this man's life in the public, his reputation, his character, his career, and everything. So I had to put R. Kelly in this because this has something to do with an American singer, okay, who's now incarcerated and spending time in jail for something that really he shouldn't be doing time for. And they considered him being involved with minors, and these were not minors. These were adults. Okay, these were adults, considered adults. They made their own decisions, and some of them were coached into it by their own parents. But he's being the only one held accountable and being responsible for this. And I think it's wrong and it has not been done fairly. And the way they did him during his trial was disgusting. All right, this man didn't even have a chance to even defend himself. They just totally silenced him and took away his constitutional rights. Even when he went on, he was tricked into having this interview with Jill King, and he tried to explain his side of the story and everything else, and people just totally just ignored him. Okay, they were already prejudiced against him because of the document series from Lifetime. Now, we that been riding for him and have been following the whole thing throughout the beginning, how they got the platforms on social media to attack him and make up false lies and false narratives about him and all of that. And I just had to put him in here because I want to see how we've been in this situation for a long time and how it all started and who are the people behind all of this evil. And I say they are the Antichrist, the Democrat Party, and everything. The government of the Democrat Party has really, truly have not been for Americans. People have shared their testimonies about their experience, even in the crimes being committed by undocumented citizens of this country. A woman shared her story about her son who fought in the United States Army and in some of the United States over from Afghanistan. He came back alive. He came back well. He came back as an American to protect this country. He served in the United States Army military. I'm gonna say the military. I don't know if he was a Navy, Marine, airman, or whatever, but whatever it was, he served in the military of the United States of America. He got no recognition when his life was snuffed out by an undocumented citizen. No remorse was shown. No kind of care was given for what happened to this man's life. And she talks, and this is a black woman, and she talks about her being a Democrat. She got nothing from the president of the United States for her son. Okay? And the criminal that did this didn't do really much of no time. And nothing was done to him, I don't think, believe. And then another man shares his story about a sister who was brutally raped and murdered by an undocumented citizen. And he gets and tells his story, and he said that he got nobody reached out to his family about what happened to his sister by this undocumented citizen. What happened to his sister anyway, and who was a mother as well. She was a mother with children and everything, and she shared her story, her testament. And I wish I could go through all the videos with you that I've been doing my research and hearing people's stories about why they feel the Democrat Party has abandoned us as American people, how they have not really truly been about Americans. They've been about other things in other countries, and they just allowing these people to come in and just come into America and just destroy America and just do whatever they want to, and the citizens' lives and our lives are in danger. And we got our problems in our, like I said, in our ghettos, in our hoods, in our urban cities, and the gangs and all that other stuff that we're dealing with. Yeah, we're supposed to be dealing with. But police officers are being disrespected. Police support officers are not being protected to protect your lives in America. Okay? So anyway, moving forward, in this video about the celebrity Amber Rose speaks at a 2024 RNC. And she's going to tell her reasons why she had a change of heart for Donald Trump. And the way she felt like a lot of you were brainwashed to feel about this man by the media. She's going to give her side of the story. And I just felt something she said, I'm not feeling it, that slipping something in there about love for everybody that Donald Trump have, and I can't really say that. I could say that he has a love for the American altogether. We don't have to use any kind of other groups of people that he should have a love for. And she was talking about whether you gay or straight, and I think that's a little trick thing there, to get the population of the LGBTQ community's attention. And I really don't care if the LGBTQ community, whatever, votes for whoever. I don't care. Because my thing is that as long as your heart is right and clean with Jesus Christ, that's what's important to me. As long as you really, truly, for the people, for humanity, for people, that's what's important to me. But anything against Christ, I don't care. You don't have to, care for their vote. That's the way I feel. If they want to be living a lifestyle that God is against, and we stand for God here, we United States of America, and in God we trust as our American dollar bill and all of that other stuff that comes along with our nation here, this free country of liberty and freedom and justice for all. And I'm not saying we should go against the LG, go out there and start, the thing against the LGBTQ whatever community. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that you do what's right in your heart to vote, and you listen to the policies for that's going to work for the American people. That's what's important, and making sure that when you making your decision that your heart is right and clean with God, and you're not just doing it just for a show, just to play, just to convince people and blah 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 blah. But I just have to give Amber Rose credit for her talking out about her experience and sharing some parts of her life and everything. People still feel a way about Amber Rose because she's a celebrity, and she also has a lifestyle that she was, a sort of type of woman. But God can use anybody, and God can change people from evil to good and good to evil. So God can work a miracle. But sometimes it takes a process for things to happen. It don't happen overnight that quickly people change in their lifestyle. It takes some things that you still have to struggle with. It's things I still struggle with, and I'm a true-hearted Christian. I still struggle with some things about my, ways and certain things that isn't really truly a God-like way of being, being perfect. I'm not perfect, and a lot of us are not perfect. And when we get there, we'll get there on God's time. But we're not perfect, but we're working on our perfection. We're working on coming out of some things that we were doing that was not pleasing in the sight of God. And it's going to take some time, so I'm not going to judge her. I'm just right now seeing what I do see in Amber, and I see her maturity, and I do see some things moving in her life, and God is in there. And I still see the same thing I say about Donald Trump, about what he's done in the past. Let the past be the past. What's behind him, we're not going to continue to look at what's behind him. We're going to look at what's in front of us, and what we see. How God is making some changes. And I noticed that a lot of people's hearts are coming closer to God now in this election than they have ever been. And I see God's name being more and more mentioned by politicians. They giving him the glory. People you will never believe who were, believers or had any Christ kind of teachings in them. You won't believe. And this is how I say that the God hands got to be in this, because people now are crying out to the Lord. And we are really, really praying and hoping whoever becomes the president of this United States of America, that they know Christ. Not only just speaking of him, but trying to be like him, be more and more like him. Okay? They trying to surrender their heart to the Lord, surrender their ways to God. And that's what's important to what I'm feeling. Long as Christ is in it, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I didn't see Christ in some of the policies and some of the moves that the Democrats were making. I didn't see no godliness in them whatsoever. I was just seeing lies, um, all kind of mean and evil acts of people. And I just didn't feel it. I didn't feel it. Even when I looked at the calendar for our year's calendar, who puts Valentine's Day on the same day of Ash Wednesday for us who practice our belief and our faith in our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, and those of us who practice Ash Wednesday to go through that season before the resurrection, that we go through the season of Lent, that we giving up certain things to ourselves to the Lord, and we going to practice that during that season. Who does that? That's the trick of the devil. Are you going to choose Valentine's Day to go out and sin and, fornicate and, you know, do this fake love thing? Or are you going to do, like, you're not really meaning just celebrating a day like a pagan or whatever, to just go out there and just give out Valentine love and all this other stuff, day of love? Love should be every day. But we spend the time in our season on the calendar to spread love and to express our love for one another and to others and those people that have been our most dearest to our heart. But anyway, same thing I felt about Easter when the president of the United States, Joe Biden, had something that he wanted to celebrate this day to give to the LGBTQ community. And I felt that was kind of like anti-Christ, because what their lifestyle is about is not about Christ. But you did this on a day that is supposed to be a day that people supposed to be in church, supposed to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And you made it a day for the devil. For, those type of things I've been watching and I've been seeing, and I've been saying, wait a minute, when did we start doing stuff like this on the day of that's supposed to be a day for the saints? On a religious holiday. When do we do that? So if you've really been following some of the things that's been led in this American nation and some of the things that's been led in the American people and even in our media by the government of the Democrats, and I'm not saying all Democrats, because I'm pretty sure there's some Republican conservatives that was right or wrong with it. People be like me. I'm registered as a Democrat, but I don't believe in the Democrat policies. There's some people registered as Republicans and don't want to be part of the Republic Party. There's some people registered as conservative or independent or liberal, whatever they are, that don't go with the policies of the same group they supposed to belong to, parties they belong to. So I'm not going to just say to them, but they've been the lead. Okay, the Democrats has been the lead because our president, who has been leading our nation for the last 4 years, has been able to approve these things in the policies of the United States of America. So let's go on and listen to Amber Rose speech, and then I'm going to try to get up on out of here. But I just wanted to just come and share all of that with you. I had to sprinkle a little R. Kelly there, Donald Trump, Democrat, Joe Biden, whatever. Okay, let's go.
Thank you. But most importantly, I'm a mother. My whole world revolves around providing for my children, keeping them safe, and giving them an opportunity for a better life. That's something that unites all American parents. Whether we're Republicans, Democrats, conservatives, or liberals, we all want a better country for our children. But I'm here tonight to tell you, no matter your political background, that the best chance we have to give our babies a better life is to elect Donald Trump President of the United States. Now, you may be wondering why I'm up here telling you this. I'm no politician, and I don't want to be. But I do care about the truth. And the truth is that the media has lied to us about Donald Trump. I know this because for a long time I believed those lies. So I'm here to set the record straight. The first person I knew who supported Donald Trump was my father. I was shocked. My entire family is racially diverse, and I believed the left-wing propaganda that Donald Trump was a racist. My father said, "No, he's not, Amber. What are you talking about?" And when I insisted, he said, "Prove it." So to prove my father wrong, I did my research and looked into all things Donald Trump. People have to do their research. I watched all the rallies, and I started meeting so many of you, his red hat wearing supporters. I realized Donald Trump and his supporters don't care if you're black, white, gay, or straight. It's all love. And that's when it hit me. These are my people. This is where I belong. So I let go of my fear of judgment, of being misunderstood, of getting attacked by the left, and I put the red hat on too. Thank you. Love you too. I never felt more free and more love for my country than I do now. I want to thank my father, who's in the audience tonight, for opening my eyes. He served over 20 years in the U.S. military. Thank you for your service, Dad. Yeah. I love you, Dad. I love you. I love you so much. Thank you. When I met the president and Melania for the first time, he was kind and generous and funny as hell. Very funny. The First Lady was gracious and smart with a smile that will brighten up any room. If you're watching this tonight, you know our country is in trouble. Just like me. When you go to the store and buy food for your family, you're shocked. When you fill up your gas tank, you're pissed. I know I am. And when you turn on the news, you are just exhausted. Inflation is out of control. And you know in your heart it was not like this under Donald Trump. My message to you tonight comes from a humble place. The left told me to hate Trump, and even worse, to hate the other side, the people who support him. When you cut through the lies, you realize the truth. American families were better when Donald Trump was president.
About that.
We were safer, wealthier, and stronger. A vote for Donald Trump is a vote to put money back in our pockets and good food on our kids' plates. Yes. Or, as Trump would say, it's a vote to make America great again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Amber. I thought that was done so gracefully, and I think Amber did such a beautiful, beautiful job. Even if she's speaking for the group, for the celebrity community, whatever, she's done a gracious job. Thank you, Amber. I wanted to cry. I ain't gonna lie, I wanted to cry. She's speaking for families, okay? She is speaking as a parent, as a mom. I don't know if she's married. She may be married. She may not be married. Doesn't matter right now, but she is looking out for the best interest of her family. And everybody is suffering. Whether you rich, poor, or in between, you are suffering in this economy. It is ridiculous the way the food prices are today, because I just went grocery shopping yesterday just to get a few items in my house. And of course, I had to add some more stuff, some meats, some, packages of meat, and also some bread, and also the price of bread, the price of milk, the price of eggs. Those are the most essential things I need as far as food products. And it was disgusting. It was disgusting. And I just couldn't believe what I was looking at in the prices. Even to buy a bag of potato chips for snacks in my home. Sometimes you want to have a snack in your home and you want to have a little crunch crunch because I am a potato chip junkie. Yeah, I admit it. I like my little potato chips. And I couldn't even, I had to just get them. So I had to pay for the price. You know, it's just things you have to do. And let's not even talk about cigarettes right now. Oh my God, it's going up every month. It's ridiculous. If people want to smoke, let them smoke. Everybody need a little draw or something. And I mean, not saying that for you non-smokers, God bless you, God bless you, God bless you. But those of us that do need a cigarette sometimes, with that go with that coffee, or sometimes we having a social drink or calming ourselves down or something to just to relax with, it's ridiculous. Cigarettes should not be all the way coming from a pack of cigarettes, maybe $2.50, $3, all the way up to $15, $20. It's crazy. And the only way we gonna stop this is the American people gotta fight. You gotta fight. And that's what Donald Trump said. Fight, fight, fight. Don't just talk about it. You gotta get out there and be a voice. You gotta get out there and say something. That this is ridiculous. We gotta do something about this, America. Because this should not be happening to us. Not at all. Not at all. The government is just sending out money to take care of foreign affairs and foreign this and foreign and wars and stuff instead of putting it in on the table for the American people. And our job should be right back over here with us. Get away all this technology. I'm calling people for a bill that I gotta pay in America, and I'm talking to somebody all the way in China or India or somewhere. No, I got people tapping onto my bill from India or in China for this, that. No, no. If we got to start all over again to build this country back up just to make it America great again, that's what we got to do. We got to keep our money over here. We got to keep everything, educate our children over here and build them up as to be the leaders of our nation or whatever, and what they want to become, our innovators, our pioneers, our whatever, that we got to get back into America being great again. It's about family, love, first of all, love for God, love for your family, love for your community and your nation, and show the world. We should not be suffering like this, especially when I'm talking about putting food on your table, putting gas in your car. Some people need their vehicles to go to work. They have to drive to work, running their car mileage up and running down whatever tires, and all of that is necessary to keep your car going, to keep a job. Our job should be right back here in the United States of America, make our children cashiers again in their little college jobs or whatever, make them work and know how to work and be good work, hard work, and everything else like that. Lazy technology where you got to check out for something and you checking through through the machine or whatever. We need those jobs back where we can interact with people and not a machine. We need to get back in touch with people in our in our world. Our children need to be outdoors and have a fun and have a childhood and be able to play and enjoy summer, home from school for the summer or wherever they visiting. We need to make our community safe again and all of that. We need to start policing ourselves. I mean, not really policing ourselves, but it's just that crime was going on when I was growing up. I mean, we had rapists, we had the snipers, we had all that stuff in the world going on today. But when it's put out in the airs lines on our whatever every day, that's not healthy for people's mind to listen to all day and put that fear in people's heart and mind and everything. You could be but so safe, but I'm just saying, too much of they over exaggerate things sometimes on social media. Some things should be filtered, some things should be out of the sight of people on social media. because people are not, some are not dealing with a very healthy mind. So you got to be careful what you allow to go on our airways. And we get in the sight of people or get in the ears of some people. Some things need to be kind of, under some kind of control. I remember when I was growing up, TV was shut down, whether you shut it off or not. Certain programs just wasn't running at certain times of the night. Certain programs you could not see at night at all. Your whole station just went ding. It just went down. So anyway, and some things shouldn't even be out for other people from all other the world to see. Some things should not be blocked in certain countries. Sanctioned places. Our enemies. They can't hear everything we talking about as American people. To keep our country safe. We can't be giving out so much information. But anyway, y'all, I got to get ready to get up out of here. I have an interview. So I just wanted to come and share that with you about the celebrity Amber Rose. I think she did a wonderful job representing for the liberals and speaking on how she had a change of heart and a change of mind for our candidate running for presidency for the second time, Donald Trump, and the Republicans that's ready to come in and take over. And I'm just not gonna say a Republican, an American, a real man who has a heart for the American people, and that's what's important. That is really truly what's important. I think Cardi B did a horrible job when she talked about for the Democrat Party last year. Oh, she was slutty. She was nasty with the mouth. She talked about body parts of hers and other, private areas of hers and stuff that she need, about all of that nasty garbage that she was spilling from her mouth. She was horrible representing for Joe Biden in his election or whatever, running for the Democrat Party, for the DNC. She did a horrible job, okay? I did not even praise it. I couldn't even listen to it. I had to just turn it off. All the slut came out of her, okay? Amber Rose, regardless to the fact that we know some things about her past, but she did not show that side of her when she came to represent in the speech and give her speech. She showed nothing but class, and that's what we need to get back to, especially when we come in the audience of the American people, or we representing for our country. She's put everything else about her lifestyle, and she put right in front of her God first. Whether she mentioned God's name, but she showed and presented herself in a classy, respectable way. None of that slut stuff came out of her mouth. And she spoke on her dad and the love that her father gave her and the things he tried to teach her. And she found herself finding out the truth. And she, she represented her family and everything. So God bless her. And I pray to strengthen the Lord in her, that God will continue to give her more and more wisdom and more wealth for her family. And then, with that being said, I gotta go. Your girl KC. I'll be back with you hopefully later on. I don't know. I'm not gonna promise you anything, but I just wanted to share all this with you this morning. So be blessed.